this is it. Welcome to our first ever track day with the all-new Corvette Z06. Today, well, we're gonna get a feel for the car on the racetrack. Amazing aerial Adam right in front of me passing. We are at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. A really fun track in the sense that we have multiple different styles blended in with each other. For example, we have a NASCAR oval right here where we can test out top speed. The beauty of it is that it's fully embanked, so we should get more and more grip as we drive through the roval. And with the downforce, we can test how much we can push the all-new Corvette Z06. As you can see, it's looking great right in front of me. New tires, the brakes are ready to go. We got track DPF, all the track setup that you need to do, that being -2 degrees of camber, 1 degree of tow, and then coming to the very front, we have removed the front clip that has the, well, houses the front license plate bracket. So we have maximum airflow for the front end of the vehicle to maximize cooling. Brake ducts are fully installed everywhere throughout the vehicle, even underneath towards the back. Same goes for the underbody strakes that divert air outwards to give you more downforce. I know I said a lot just now. Let's just take in the beautiful array of cars all around us, such as Christopher's amazing Aventador SVJ. Now, these two cars have a few similarities, if I must say. Coming out to the back, this has 355 by 25 by 21 inch wheels and tires. The combination is very similar to the Z06. On the Z06, if I zoom in, we do have 345 by 25 by 21. The SVJ still takes the win for the widest rear tires you see really on a production car. That means we have a ton of mechanical grip and we can really maximize speed in some of these corners. I think altogether with these vehicles, they are the last of the naturally aspirated supercars / track cars. This vehicle was designed to go to the Nürburgring and also other tracks across the country and put down the fastest lap time imaginable. Really big fan of this car right behind me. Chris is a great guy. He actually used to own a C8 Corvette. He wants to get a Z06. Another exotic car owner who wants to get a Z06. He says he loves the way it sounds. Let's link up with him and then go out on the track to really test out the Z06. Now, obviously, for session one, I'm gonna need to really bet in the car. That is the brakes. They haven't really seen high temp usage before because I drove across the country. What are you gonna do across the country? Drive straight on a freeway or go to some canyons? What I'm trying to say is to get them bedded in properly, you need to do some hard braking or come to the track. And I've also brought out my McLaren. What do you think of the 600 LT being back and out again? I do have front end lift up. I always forget with this car. Shame on me. I really love this vehicle. It is a permanent keeper in the garage collection just because it is a track focused variant McLaren. The LTs have that special magic sauce that make them so fun, so raw. You feel absolutely all the vibrations in these Senna seats, same seats in a $1 million car, and then with the hydraulic steering, there's really nothing else like it. These two cars have a similar focus, though this is more versatile, I would say. Do it again. Yeah.
That's the reason why.
We would like to go out pretty much last because we got to bed in. So some of our items, me and the Lambo, for the first few laps. So we don't want to get in, in any way. But then we'll go real fast right after the first 2 laps. Where can we stage to kind of go out last?
Yeah, just go. You can go right out here and go to the back, okay?
We going? First, get a feel for the car session. The tires are dead hooked, the most glued I've ever seen a car, other than like a 765 or maybe like a 600. This is not going anywhere. Yeah, this is not going anywhere. Brakes finally kicked in. The first, I'd say, half the session, the brakes weren't kicked in yet. Now it's all in. It's all in. It's ready to go. First ever run. Ow! Ow! A rock hit my hand out the window. Ow! Oh wow! That just off session one. I haven't even gotten into the groove yet. That's me being careful with the car. Now, one thing I did say is that when you get off track in the Z06, keep driving it around. Don't let it sit, because with the carbon rotors and the carbon fiber wheels, the heat will build up like a chimney effect. And this is the solution to make it so that they cool down. Now, usually you have more time to cool off the brakes, but this is like a half of a lap of a cool down. So keep moving the car and get it going, and then the brakes will cool down accordingly. Camber feels perfect. I wouldn't adjust camber. Pure confidence. Pure confidence. When I drove this car on Pittsburgh, it did not feel like this because it was cold. Wow. It took a good while to get them warm. Yeah. But it's wild. Let me get this stuff off.
How was it?
Crazy. The whole session, I can tell right away, it's not slowing down. Oh, it's slowing down. End of the session, oh wow, it's the bite is insane, because I think the pads got bedded in, and the tires finally got warm. The very end, it was getting mid 140s.
Wow. That's incredible. Good job.
I think this can get a 140.
What speeds were you hitting?
160.
160. Wow.
You can't get the tires to kick out. You can full throttle the car. It's just all traction off. All the way crank.
All your traction's off too.
Full throttle, and it dead hooks.
All through the big turn?
Like exiting that, you know the hairpin down there? Dead hooks.
Wow. Good for you, man.
I'm more so speechless right now, because when I drove it in Pittsburgh, it was not like that. The tires, they're kicking out because they're cold, the cold weather. They got hooked up. They really got hooked up. And I mean, the way it just takes off from a corner, from some of the hairpins that have the wheel at full clock, I can mash the throttle all the way down and the tail does not kick out. And that was on race 2, which is their most aggressive traction and stability control off setting on the vehicle. And the tuning was great. I didn't feel worrisome at all. It was absolutely hooked up. This car has got so much grip. You're not gonna find the limit of it. The back end is hooked, number one, and you've got a lot of front end grip. You can dive deeper into corners than I was actually doing on the laps that you saw. You can dial in your line at whatever phase of a corner that you want. You can brake early and get a really nice carrying speed into it, or you can brake super late and the car does not get upset. It is able to stay on the racing line. Next time around, we are gonna go to a proper track day function where there's not that many cars at all anywhere. A lot of great cars go to Laguna Seca, tons of McLarens, like my McLaren right here. Next on the list is gonna be Coda, and that's gonna be perfect for this vehicle. Trust me, we're gonna get a good feel of the car, properly put down a lap time. Today, right away on my 4th lap or 3rd lap, already gonna do low 140, already doing low 140. So this is insane, thinking about how fast that car is. That's right up next to 600 LT. I just cannot stop laughing and just smiling because, well, everyone else here knows it as well. I've been speechless for the longest while because getting off track, the amount of front end grip you have, the vehicle is so confidence inspiring. You don't feel like you're gonna lose it. You feel completely in tune with the chassis. Oh, I love the chassis especially, and the amount of front end grip you have with the tail end. I think the tail end is my absolute favorite of the vehicle just because having 345s, you cannot get it to kick out ever. That's traction off, electronic stability control off, full throttle exiting hairpins with the wheel clocked, and it dead hooked. These Cup 2Rs are no joke. This is in a different realm, a different planet than the Stingray. This is a full supercar. This right here does not drive for you, neither does the McLaren. All it does is enhances the driving experience, making it a driver's car, all about you. If you're a good enough driver, you can keep getting better and better and faster on the racetrack with the Z06. It's not a car that is limiting whatsoever, and it is very confidence inspiring. I am so stoked because this is legitimately, I can say, in the same playing field as the exotics on the racetrack. This is a supercar in every single way. The downforce, the grip, the amount of braking force you have, it does not let up, and you can brake later into a corner. Getting on power, the entire delivery is so smooth and predictable. Thinking about our 132 lap time at Laguna Seca in the 600 LT, we're really good at that track. I think that we can get this thing in that range, if not faster. Obviously, you're gonna get some dings on the radiator, but the PPF did a great job holding up. No damage to the car. Spend some money, get some paint protection on your vehicle because, hey, nothing can happen to it, right? Wow, it looks like the wear was pretty even. Definitely a lot of rubber came off. I think the super sticky hot lap rubber is off for now unless we ignite it again. That is the funny thing about these tires. It's all about temperatures, heat cycles, and getting them warmed up. I am extremely impressed with the amount of grip. Yeah, they are more sticky than the Goodyear 3Rs on my 600 LT. I would say this accelerates faster. Stay tuned for our official lap time head-to-head with both cars. So much fun meeting all of you. Came out just to see us and the car. It was so much fun taking photos with all of you and really learning about your own collections and Corvettes. It was a terrific day. It really was a terrific day. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button to help me out and subscribe. I'll see all of you in the next episode.